Hey nerds! So, as you can see, I managed to get Ares, and I'm going to just say this right now as much as I possibly can, and this might sound like I'm overhyping it, but I will just say, I vastly underestimated him. Vastly. Big time. Crazy. You know, just absolutely. I managed to pull him twice on the same pool with my story orbs, which was a blessing I can't imagine. That was amazing stuff. Thank you, IS, for that. But as you can see here, we're going to show why exactly this boy is as scary as I think he is. Now, obviously, Dark Mistletoe is an extremely strong ability, but the question became what skill, what weapon skill should you be using this? What special skill you should be using with this? And personally, I'm going with Blazing Wind, and I'm going to show you why in a second. But we're also going to go over all the other things you can possibly do with him. And the only problem I really have, if you were to really, make it, is that, of course, he has a little bit of a slow startup, especially with the speed. 30 speed normally, which is not exactly the best, but it can really... It does stop him from being doubled by some units, so that's a plus. But the thing is, of course, I'm also using a cavalier team, and since he's on a cavalier, he's on a horse, technically he can take advantage of horse buffs, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. But the thing here is, I like Blazing Wind because of, well, a few reasons, so allow me to show you, okay? Personally, I would have liked it if these units lined up a little bit better, but I guess we'll just have to work with what we got. Alright, so, here is an example of what he can do when you use something like, say, Blazing Wind. AoE goes off, does a lot of damage. Granted, these units are a little bit lower than we should, but he attacks again, it goes down to 2, and it starts up again. He has it accessible right from the get-go. And that is absolutely the most outrageous thing I've seen in a long time. I've never seen a unit be able to spit out AoEs like this. So technically, if you ever need a, good unit that can just get rid of units that are funneling down a certain, corridor or something like that, Ares will probably be your best chance. And that's just an example. He can run all sorts of other special abilities. I know Jay, as an example, has been running, I believe, if I recall correctly for him, he's actually been trying out Desperation, Brash Assaults, Ignis, things like that. Crazy abilities that just are absolutely the weirdest things I've ever heard of, but they continue to show promise, and that is definitely what Ares is he's a promising lad who has a lot of great abilities, at least when it comes to his weapon. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, but Blazing Wind, you can get that from Soleil or Navarre, in case you happen to want to use something like that. I used a Navarre because it's just easier, and Navarre will pop up again, I'm sure, with quests, hopefully sometime in the future. But, yeah, there is a lot of advantages here, and I can't get over how crazy this is. It reminds me a lot of when the breath skills were added, steady breath, warding breath, things like that. Because I remember when they were first introduced and everyone flipped their lid over that. This is the same sort of feeling. He can do so much with just so little, it's absolutely astounding. And he himself is not any sort of pushover either. He has strong defenses and a really strong attack. So naturally, he's going to be able to do a lot. And I can't believe I undersold him as badly as I did here. Granted, of course, again, we're using the melee workout here, which naturally is going to be a little bit more obtuse, and trying to show off the, sheer complexities of what he can do. But he comes with a lot of other great abilities. He already has Draconic Aura, in case you didn't already remember that. But simply put, he's going to be able to use Draconic Aura almost every turn. Every turn. What do I mean almost every turn? Every turn. He's going to be able to do it every single turn. But I love the AoE build. It astounds me in so many ways. So if you ever really want to try him out with some of those things, I strongly suggest that. You can also do all sorts of other things. He can run really well with at least distant counter if you happen to have a really good, defensive boon Ares, because he can run it, which is absolutely weird, but my god, did I owe him a bigger apology than I ever thought I would. Holy crap, but goodness gracious me, guys. Did you get Ares at all? Are you guys happy with what you got? If you did get Ares, best of luck to you, because I'm astounded by him. Ishtar and him are incredibly strong, and I think that this just the things that I'm showing you right now are the best examples that I can.
Of course.
As a character, he has blown my mind, and he continues to do so. With close defense, seals, and all this other nonsense, he can really roll with the punches, and he will probably be, if not is, the strongest red sword cavalier that I can think of recent. And that's considering a lot, because we've gotten a lot of red sword cavaliers recently. And of course, now we have the strongest. My god. But no, I wish you guys the best of luck with this. Do tell me what you got from your pulls, and if you're going to go with your AoE spittings or what have you. I just, oh my god. My goodness gracious me. Well, outside of that, guys, there's just, I can't get over this, so I'm going to continue to work on him a little bit more. Best of luck, guys, on your summoning pulls. I'll see you all later. Bye!